I'm Hayden Richardson, and this is
Bianca Allen.
and
Imran Beheshti.
we're a part of the Ethnic Studies class, and we're here to talk to you about high school. We're here to talk to you about being a minority student in a predominantly white high school institution, and talk about the things that we've dealt with in our high school years and how these obstacles, they're hard, but it's worth pushing through them to get to college, where we're at right now.
I'll tell you mine. So going to school in Sandy, where it's a lot of white kids, and running for office, for student body office, was hard because I was the only colored kid that ran for office, with 8 to 9 other just white kids. And out of 7 of us, me and 6 other kids won, but the other 6 were white. And going from that, it just kind of looks at like, it's surprising that I got it out of everyone else, just because I was colored, I was an ethnic student. And nobody, I didn't think of myself winning. I didn't see anybody else voting for me. But going into it throughout the year, I was talking to my student advisor, the lady that was in charge of the program, and I asked her, I was like, hey, how many colored kids have been in office or have let alone one president? And just messing with her, and she said, no one. Like, you're the first colored kid to be president of the high school. And that kind of set me back, and I was like, okay, like, that's weird that I was the only colored kid to be president of Jordan High School. So that's just my story. Like, don't give up. Do what you want to do, because you never know.
His story is an example of unfair power structure, where white people are in control of the power, and so minorities are underrepresented, and so we have no say, we have no control over our education. And so his story is a prime example of what you should do. You should go into your student government and be a part of it, take part, and have a say, and actually make change within the system. I'm going to tell you my story now. I went to a private Catholic school where there was only 2 black kids, me and my friend, both on the football team, and I was the only kid in any AP class I had. And being the only black kid sucked. Every time race came up, I was the go-to person, and it made me feel as if there was no point if I was the only one. And it's like racial fatigue, it's battle fatigue. You give up. But now that I look back, going through the AP and being the only black kid is better for me, because it helped me out in college, and it gave me almost a preview of what it's like to go into college here at the U, which is predominantly white, and being able to deal with being the only black kid.
During my high school years, I feel I was discriminated against with microaggressions more than anything. My teachers all really, I feel, had lower standards, lower expectations for me from the start, because I am Colombian, I'm not white, and I did go to a predominantly white high school with many wealthy other students, and instead of seeing yourself as different as something negative, it's important to use that to move forward and use it as something positive that keeps you motivated and going, because there really is only one of you, and you're always going to be judged by what you wear, what you look like, because that's the way society is nowadays. And it's important that you have a sense of self-worth for who you are. Use your culture, your background, all of that is great, that's all unique. So use that to your advantage in high school. It is worth it in the end, because, I mean, look where we are. We're in college, we're standing up for who we are, and we're here to stay, we're not backing down. Our take-home message for you today is that times are changing, and being a minority, instead of being seen as something negative, is becoming more and more positive every day.
As you can see, this video right here is just to show you that these obstacles that you face in high school, they're worth it. They suck and they shouldn't be there, but they are. And so we're just trying to tell you that if you push through it and you get to college, and what we've learned in college is that college is worth it, and that the only way for us to change anything is for us to get educated and for us to, change the world from the top. So
Keep going.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Like,
Never
just
give up.
get through it.
Never
College is a little bit
surrender.
better. And I say a little bit because the work is hard, but there's more colored kids.
It's worth it though. There's more places to express yourself and have a safe zone, a margin.
Once you're in
Find those
college,
margins.
it's much easier to get a sense of who you are and be proud of that and embrace that. Whereas in high school, it's more about, like, where can I fit in, How can I be like these other people that I look up to and that are popular?
That's true.
Whereas
Like,
in college, it's more of,
about the individual.
how can I better myself? How can I make a name for myself? It's all about who you are and where you come from and what you stand for. And once you're in college, it's so much easier to get a grasp on all of that type of information and, learning about your history, your background, why things are the way that they are.
So this is Hayden Richardson, Emron, and Bianca, and thank you.